I want every kid, every parent to deal with each other. I want that community, that church, to be open for all these kids to come to. And when they say they're bored, you say, okay, let's talk about it. Why? Why are you bored? And make them tell you. And see if there's any sense to it. Our children always tell us when something's wrong. But do we listen? Do we make an adjustment that makes sense? Ladies and gentlemen, the school, the church, the police department, those people are not enemies of ours. But they can be. They can be. They don't have to. And so as long as your soul is good and your heart is good, and you understand that you are building your character for the day that you can take the honorable position of being somebody's mother or father. That's an honorable position, because as a mother and a father, you're going to be in charge of raising a child. And raising that child straight, not bent, not crooked, caring for it. And listen to the old people tell you how important education is. When you play the Game Boy and you say algebra is boring, Game Boy is exciting, I just want you to think about something. The fellow who invented Game Boy probably loved algebra. He had to know it, or else he wouldn't have invented it. The Game Boy. Think about it. He also has made enough money, he bought his mother a $5 million house. And his mother said, thank you, but where's the help that will clean it? Think about it, ladies and gentlemen, you students. All these things you're buying into, people invented those things. They discovered them, but they didn't do it just sitting and chewing gum, ride around the block on the bike. They studied, and they read, and then they found out that their brains were so wonderful, they could think of simple things. And they do it. They do it. It's very, very important. My message to all of you, we've started this program. The program does not get started unless Dr. Lombardi says go. And he said go. And we're here. We're here and we mean it. And we mean that we will never let you down. We're going to keep the pressure on you. Because, as with a diamond, pressure makes it brighter and brighter and brighter. And we're going to maintain you young people, because that's what makes a tree grow straight and tall. And we can put braces on the side to keep it from bending too far. All you young people understand that's why we're here. And we're either going to be the best people you've ever met or your worst nightmare. Because you're not getting away with that which you should not get away with. And we can stand you yelling at us. And we can take your tantrums. We've seen better. And some of us, when we were children, put on better. One of the most wonderful things about being a teacher is watching some student come in and start something that you've seen about 27 times from different people, and that student thinks you've never seen it before. What a fun time. And so that's all we ask. We ask that this community not only stand alone, not stand alone, but join other communities, that you grown-ups branch out talk to each other, make the movement happen. You've got to do this. This thing is getting worse. The epidemic of television, the epidemic of what they put on the radio, people with foul language every 5 seconds, somebody talking about sexual parts, somebody talking about something that you don't want in your home, and it's coming to these children, and they think life is boring because they don't hear that in the classroom. This is Satan at his finest hour. Shut this stuff down. Your children are falling by the wayside because they believe that this is excitement. They will be dead in terms of loving Shakespeare, in terms of enjoying what we call the classics. You've got potential great writers here, potential actors, potential professors, potential scientists. They're all potential. Let them grow. Help them. Don't let them fall. MTV, radio, whatever it is, filth that's in the newspapers, is not going to help them at all. You've got to watch what's coming to them. You parents need to check what's stunting and what could stunt. And by all means, I want you to do some old-fashioned parenting. I remember my mother knew everything that I owned. I don't remember what it was, but I borrowed it from a kid without his permission. And I put it on. And my mother said, "Where'd you get that from?" And obviously I didn't have a story ready. So I had to take it back and give it back to the kid. But my mother knew exactly everything I had. How these people out in Columbine had all this stuff, and you mean to tell me their parents are going to get away with saying we knew nothing? You better start watching your kids. I don't want a story ever to come out of here where parents say, "Well, this has always been a wonderful neighborhood. I don't know what." You do know what happened. You better check your children and love them and bring them to the University of Massachusetts.